Did you know that everything is empty and meaningless and it only has meaning if you give it meaning? Well, today that's what we're going to talk about. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So I'm a counselor, life coach, and a law of attraction coach. And today we're talking about what do things mean? What is the meaning of things around here? Well, what does it mean when he doesn't text me back? What does it mean when this happens? What does it mean? Well, we're going to talk about that. And just before we do, if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe and hit the bell icon below. I do put out new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, each one of them designed to help you create something wonderful in your life. And if you are looking for an amazing life coach and a law of attraction coach, that would be me. Go ahead and look in the details below, how to contact me and how that works. Awesome. Okay, so let's get started. What does it mean? What does it mean when he doesn't call me back? What does it mean when he doesn't text me? So first of all, just to explain, us humans, we're meaning-making machines. Everything's got to mean something. But really, in actual fact, everything in the world is empty and meaningless. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is our thoughts create absolutely everything in our universe. So when I say that everything is empty and meaningless, it's just that. Why doesn't he text me back? I texted him and he hasn't texted me back. Jerry, I texted you. Why aren't you texting me back? Does that mean that you don't like me? Does that mean that I'm not worth it? Does that mean you're not respecting me? No, it just means that I don't think Jerry's going to text me back. My thoughts created that. It doesn't mean absolutely anything. I mean, basically, I'm wondering what it means when somebody is me pushed out doesn't do an action. Or, I mean, let's say, for instance, my boyfriend brings me home flowers and a bottle of wine. Does that mean he loves me? No, absolutely not. My thoughts created that he does nice things for me. That's what it means. So a really easy way to get past any sort of stories and to convince yourself of a different story is to remind yourself that everything showing up in your reality you have created with your thoughts, and it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. It only has the meaning you give it. So if you're really, really needing to put meaning to people's actions, other than just your thoughts created it and it doesn't mean anything, then make sure it's a good meaning. If you text him and he doesn't text you back, well, it could mean anything. It could mean nothing. It could mean anything. If it's going to mean something, make it mean that he's busy right now, or he's working, or whatever the case may be. Avoid making it mean that he doesn't like you. Avoid making it mean that he doesn't want to talk to you. Avoid adding to the story that you've already got. So, let's go down this train of thought, right? So let's say I text him. I go out on one date with this guy, and the next day I text him, and then he doesn't text me back. Oh my God, what does that mean? Okay, so if I say that means he doesn't like me, he doesn't want to go for another date, now all of a sudden I've created that story. I've created that story about Jerry, the teddy bear that went on one date with me and didn't call me back because everybody is you pushed out. And look at him. He'll text me back. So then all of a sudden when we create that story that, Jerry is not interested because he didn't text me back because that's what I made him not texting me back mean, well then, oh my God, then what's wrong with me? And we start going down that path. But if we stop ourselves and say, look, you know what? He just didn't text me back. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he doesn't want to seem too eager. Maybe he'll text me back the next day. I intend for him to text me back the next day. So a really easy way to start convincing yourself of a new story about what is going on and the relationship and, basically convincing yourself to believe that Jerry does like you instead of doesn't like you, is to go back and ask yourself, do the things that you make meaning to really mean that? Because really, honestly, everything is just created by your thoughts and it has no meaning other than you thought it up, so it happened. And when we decide to put meanings to things that we create, then sometimes we can get stuck in a never-ending cycle of, what does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, it means he doesn't like me. It means he's not interested. It means maybe he's with somebody else. And now we're just creating all these stories. So remember, everything is just empty and meaningless. And if you are going to put a meaning to something, then make sure it's a good meaning, or at least a meaning that suits you. Because remember, that's how our brains work. We are meaning-making machines. So if you're going to make a meaning, make it mean something good, right? So let's say, for instance, you ask for a sign and you see 1111. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means anything you want it to mean. So make sure it means that something positive, okay? So nothing has any meaning unless you make up the meaning, and you make up the meaning with your thoughts. So make sure it means something good for you, because yeah, things only mean what you make them mean. Anyways, yeah, that's my video for today. And yeah, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I trust that this video, it's my intention that this video will help you kind of, you know, keep your head above water and realize that, you know, you really do create the story of your life, and you do create the story of everybody in your life, because everybody is you pushed out, and they only act the way that you expect them to act. So create a good story about how they act and treat you, and also don't make what they do mean anything bad. Just create that it's good and in your favor. Anyways, that's my video for today. Have a wonderful week. Love y'all. Bye-bye.